Hi, I'm Stacey Sadler, and I'm a New Life counselor, and I want to talk to you today about 5 levels of communication that I think will help you be aware of some things in your relationships with other people. First of all, level 1 is cliches. This is real surface level communication. It's communication about how's the weather, what's going on today, that kind of thing. It's not a deep level of communication. It's very surface. And if we stay at this level with people for very long, it's kind of boring and we feel pretty disconnected. So it's the kind of conversation that you would have with the grocery store clerk or the mailman or something like that. Level 2 is facts, and facts are talking about others or maybe the news. Did you hear what happened today, or maybe about sports or something like that? It still stays pretty surface level. The third level of communication is ideas and judgments. Now, in this one, we're talking about opinions and decisions. You might say, I like Mexican food. I don't like Chinese food. Or I like this president, or I don't like this president. So as you can see, we get into just a little bit more risk because we're learning some information, being just a tad of vulnerability. You're learning a little bit more about me when I tell you some of my facts and opinions about life. Because guess what? There can be disagreements in this level of communication. So you're risking just a little bit more. Number 4 is feelings and emotions. And this is really the crux of our communication. It's gut level communication. And now we start to get into the level where we're seeing a little bit more vulnerability. If you hang out with me too long in my office, before long I'm going to be handing you a feelings chart. And I'm going to be saying, what do you feel? So when people start talking about, especially couples start talking about, I'll say, what do you feel? And they say, well, I feel like he. And I'm like, no, what do you feel? So they've got to go find their feeling on the feeling chart. And it's scary and vulnerable to say, I feel misunderstood. I feel unimportant. I feel scared. I feel lonely. I feel disconnected. And this is a really healthy way of starting to communicate and be really known, but it's vulnerable because you can set yourself up for rejection and a whole lot of other things. The peak communication is the 5th level, and that's where it really gets good because 2 parties are sharing feelings and emotions, the 4th level, together. And as they do that, that's where the deepest connection is, and we can really, really start feeling empathy and deep level of communication. This is where real relationships happen. And this challenges all kinds of things. And we can really get hurt in the 5th level of communication, but guess what? We can also have the richest kinds of relationships. So the reasons that it's important to learn these levels of communications is because where are your expectations? I hope that your expectations with your loved ones are at the very peak level communication. But what if you have expectations for your family of origin for peak level communication, but they're unsafe people? Well, it'd be kind of silly to put your communication out there at that deep level when they can't connect with you at all. So it might be smart to set a boundary to only stay on cliches and facts. And in that way, you're guarding your heart and you're protecting yourself. So knowing what level, these different levels of communication and which your relationships are going to will help you decide if your relationships are safe or if maybe I need to work on this with my loved one. If you're on level 1 or 2 and you're wondering why your relationship isn't good, well, it should tell you there's a deeper level to go through. So good communication going forward, call 1-800-NEW-LIFE and we can help you in this area and so many others.